And welcome back to Rowdy.com's look at NASCAR Illustrated's preseason top 20. It's on your newsstands. We're going to be talking today about Juan Pablo Montoya. We've worked our way up to number 16. Now, he finished last season 17th, so the voters at NASCAR Illustrated are basically saying he's only going to get one better in 2011, yet this is a guy who made the chase in 2009. Was it just that was a one-off and he's just not consistent enough to be able to repeat 2009's performance?
Well, so far, that's it. It seemed to me they walked the perfect line 2 years ago when they raced conservatively, made it into the chase, but by then they'd sort of shot all their bullets, didn't have anything left. Then last year they decided, oh, heck with it, we're going to get aggressive, and it really backfired. A bunch of DNFs, really buried them early in the season. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's almost as if they had the speed of 2010 and the consistency of 2009. That's the perfect package. But Juan Pablo Montoya, throughout his NASCAR career, has battled with this fire, this aggression. Some people, it seemed like he was getting a little bit less aggressive, but you know, got behind the 8-ball a little bit, and his natural inclinations came out last season.
Yeah, he had a lot of bad luck, including that weird sort of season-ending run-in with Logano that no one really saw, and then of course at Indy, where you know, he had it all wrapped up for the second year in a row. And you know, bad pit strategy just did him in. So you know, we'll see if he can right the ship.
Who didn't Logano have a run-in with in 2010? Now, the other thing we talk about each season with Juan Pablo Montoya is, will this be the year he breaks on through and wins on an oval? And he seems like he's been that close so many times. Will he win on an oval this season?
You have to think that if Earnhardt Ganassi has what they had last year, he's due. He just had a lot of great runs. He's a surprisingly strong restrictor plate racer. I'm not really sure where that comes from, but great qualifying, a bunch of top fives on those tracks this year. So I think his odds are good.
All right, well, Juan Pablo Montoya, Jamie McMurray, will Earnhardt Ganassi have that same speed advantage this season that they had last season? Juan Pablo was fast. He had a bunch of poles, had that single victory, but the rest of the garage is probably closing that gap, you would think.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think they'll be quite as dominant this year, and the new nose could be a big variable. You know, they sort of downplay the changes, but the spoilers sure did some teams in last year. Who knows how that's going to do? We'll see.
Now, your personal top 12 is printed in the magazine. Juan Pablo Montoya obviously didn't make that. Do you remember whether you had him higher or lower than 16?
I think he was higher. I think he still has the talent and certainly the seasoning now to be a consistent racer. We'll just see how the team shakes out.
All right, Juan Pablo Montoya, another one of those big question marks in 2011. Thanks to Jay Pfeifer, the editor of NASCAR Illustrated, for helping us take a look at him. And this is going to keep going until we get to number one. You'll never guess who's ranked first in NASCAR Illustrated's preseason top 20. Stick around and you'll find out.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.